Well, I'm originally from Australia. I came here in 1990 for what I thought was 6 months. God had other ideas. There's good evidence that he's got a sense of humour. So, I've got a wife. I married her in 1995. She doesn't like hot weather. Guess where we stay? Here.
Here, exactly. You like hot weather, don't you?
This is still winter.
Exactly. So as an Aussie, you'd prefer to be overseas.
Yeah, but she doesn't like insects and snakes and things like that. Particularly when she has a husband who picks up a snake and chases it with her.
Exactly. You can see the kind of person that Dave is, can't you? Now, Dave, you run an internet church. An online church.
You could say that, yes.
An online church. And how long have you done that for?
Well, in 2003 I had a stroke. And after the stroke I was wondering, how am I supposed to do church if I can't get to church? And one of the keys was the internet. And we've been building it up.
So from 2003, you've been running an online church?
Yes, 2004 to 7 I went to Morelands and my dissertation was, can an internet church be church? And I agreed that yes, it could be, in the same way that a physical church may not be church.
Yeah. So is this church, Dave?
It could be. It's a church building.
It's a church building, yeah? So tell me a little bit about how many people connect with your online presence.
I do podcasting and YouTubing, and I reach over 100 countries a year. I don't know how many people, because in 2015, the podcasting site reset all the numbers. Thank you.
Hundreds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hundreds of people, yeah. So big Facebook presence as well and all that.
Facebook is basically my church. And if someone wants prayer, I can pray with them. If they want a church service, I can pray with them and lead the service. I've led services in Pakistan, Kenya, Nigeria, all on Facebook.
Yep. So somebody said to me we ought to have done Facebook Live here today, but I wanted us to be here in presence, in person, one-to-one, because there's sometimes when you need that,
I would say if you can get to a physical church, then you should go.
Yeah.
But if you can't, what are you supposed to do?
Exactly. And we were talking about social isolation earlier, weren't you? And there's lots of my in-laws, they're 92 and 90. They've had one visit, I think, from their church leader. And they haven't been to a physical church building for probably 18 months.
That's where the other thing aspect is mobile church. Just take a tablet, plug it into the TV, and do your church service that way.
So I've been doing communion with them, having a little service with them. We sing, we do all of that. We pray for each other. Do you know? Because in the end, what is church? It's about people being together, isn't it?
And I have a prayer team that I pray with 6 mornings a week.
Yeah, and that's often there, isn't it? Yeah. Now, you can always ask Dave questions about that, but I was going to ask you questions as well about books. Who here writes things? Anybody write anything? Anybody like to write something? I always believe there's 3 books in every person. One about their past, one about their present, and one about their future hopes and dreams. David, would it be possible to publish a book like that?
Easy. I normally put one out every 4 to 6 weeks.
Dave is the most published person that I know.
But I also do have I did have somebody to check them, and if he thought I was being silly, just, oh, you stupid boy, it doesn't mean that. Because I'm Australian, so that's the way that people have to talk to me.
So how many books have you published?
So far, of my own, about 60, and I've helped...
That was 60, by the way.
And I've helped about 4 or 5 other people to do the same.
Yeah. So I help people write books as well for the Grove series. Mark, we've been talking, haven't we, long and hard about a book. That's Mark Yeadon, not Mark Austin. Tell us a little bit how then... I mean, you didn't know he'd published 60 books, did you? No. How did you...
Well, I do it all on Amazon.
Okay, and tell me about
that. They publish it for free. You obviously have to pay for the printing, and then any profits that you get,
they get.
You can say how much you want it to be.
Yeah.
There's Kindle, paperback, and hardback.
Yeah. So, what you basically do is write, and you tell Amazon, and they then...
You set it all up in Microsoft Word or some other program, then upload it, design your cover, etc. But it's up to you to sell it. That's my doubt. That's where I fall down, because I'm not really a salesman.
Yeah, but you're not bothered about selling.
No. Because
Amazon get the profit.
So well, they get some profit, right? But the main reason I write and record is because I've got memory problems. So
you remember who I am, don't you?
Sorry, what was that, Derek?
Exactly.
Yes. The key to remembering somebody's name, Colin, is when you're talking to them to use their name.
Exactly.
So that's the main reason that I use it, is so that I can remember what I believe, what I think.
Yeah.
And as I said, I've got somebody who says, "Oh, you stupid boy, don't be like that."
Always good to have somebody else who's going to help you and check you as you're doing.
And I've also got people on Facebook who, if I put something wrong, they'll just
slap you over the head. Very good.
Accountability.
So, thank you so much, Dave. It's been really... Dave sometimes attends our Boscombe group that we've got.
I attended once,
Yeah. So, and that's where you live, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, anybody want to know about books? Who would like to write a book now? Now you've heard how easy it is.
You can always get in contact with me. I do two things that are different to most books. I always put an index of the Bible references. And secondly, I also do what we call graphical theology.
What's it all about, Alfie?
What's it all about, Alfie? Alfie's my little church cat. And the main reason we're doing it in a cartoon form is that most people don't like these days to read whole books of text, do they? So this is another way to get into
a visual thing. Brilliant. Dave, round of applause for Dave.
Thank you.
So we're going to hear from Mark. Mark has travelled from Leeds to be